didn't get a hold. Was not free. They didn't free him. I think that's what kind of hurt them. Now, everybody has bad games. I'm surprised no one's getting on Russ crazy like this. Was thankful they not. But, you know, y'all go back to the drawing board for your Seahawks. You better retool that fucking O-line for Russell and that Carson fella. Because they don't need those two. Your receivers are fine. Secondary, could probably use a tweak. Mainly the corner wise. I think Shaquem is alright on this side. It varies on what you want to do. I think the other side needs some help, but that's on them. For the Rams, though, you got a tough task next week. Congrats to y'all. And they said who will record more receiving yards, DK Metcalf or Robert Woods? And I got that one right. With DK, he had 96 yards, but Robert had 48. He doubled his shit. Times two. Oh, I almost forgot this question. Which player will record the most passing TDs in a playoff game this round? Wow, all of them had two. Everybody had two. Josh Allen, all of them. All the choices, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, who I picked, Phillip Rivers, and Russell Wilson, all through two TDs. So you got it all right anyway. You got them all right. So, yay, I feel happy. Now, Tampa Bay and Washington. This is such a weird competitive game. Weird because the Washington is a team that made the playoffs with no football name. That won the division. The worst division I ever seen in my fucking life. Even worse than Seattle won their division. Because at least they had a running game. At least they had something to fall back on with a Marshawn. You know what I'm saying? You see why they kind of made it. Because the division was trash. And they still had Marshawn. But no. What the fuck is up with Washington? What is their situation? Who is their quarterback? Alex Smith was supposed to start. But no. He was hurt. Taylor Heineke steps in. And you know what? Mr. Heineken not only earned himself probably a job, but a beer as well. A beer and a job. I don't know how the fuck he do that. But even though they lost, he played his heart out. I ain't gonna lie. He did his best that he could do. But Tom Brady is just too much for him. Bucks won 31-23. AB side is coming about. Mike Evans played with thank the gods because that knee injury looked scary in week 17. But congrats to the Bucks. Tom Brady, your oldest player to throw a TD pass and the oldest player to win a playoff game. So Tom, you got some competition with Drew right behind you, Bucko. Oh, they had another question. Who hit the most catches between Chris Godwin and Scary Terry McLaurin? And I picked Terry, and I got the one right by one catch, 6 catches. So, yay. I feel happy. Now the matchup we've all been waiting for. My Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. I ain't gonna lie. They had me in the first half. We struggled a little bit in the first quarter. A.J. Brown, Mostyn, Harlan Humphrey, and pushing off at the same time. I was like, it's going to be a long fucking night. We was doing our job. I was thinking we going to worry about Humphrey so much that Tannehill would just eat on the fucking passing tip. So, but we shut them down just enough so bad they could not get their offense flowing. We shut his ass down. We shut Henry down. I've said that with love. We shut his ass down. He had 40 yards on 18 carries. We neutralized that shit. And we forced Tannehill to beat us. That's what the game plan was. We had to force Tannehill to beat us again like it did last year. And lightning does not strike twice. So I was kind of confident. As long as Henry, he was the main focus. We bunched up the box. We kind of did what they did in a way. What playoff teams did with Lamar in some circumstances was crowd the box. You know what I'm saying? And just crowd that box and just go at him. And that's what we did. We got some big bodies up in there, you know what I'm saying? Got Campbell, Big Brandon Williams, Derek Wolfe, Yannick Ngakwe, Pernell McPhee, Judon. Everybody was in there. Passion Queen, you know what I'm saying? CJ Board, LJ Fort, Lee Fort, you know what I'm saying? They was ahead. Jimmy Ward. I think Jimmy Ward was there. But yeah, we just got in there. We scunched him in there, and we forced him to beat us 1-on-1. And we got to a sessional all-pro corner, so I don't blame him for going 1-on-1, but we was down 10-0. I was getting nervous. And Lamar was like, well, especially after he threw that pick, I was like, fuck. Like, we're about to go through this again. But we scored 17 unanswered. Scored 10. It was tied 10 at the half. Lamar had that beautiful 48-yard TD run. Nobody could catch that nigga. That nigga fast as shit, yo. I want to hate the guard that man. That one TD run by Lamar, he had more yards on that one run than Derrick Henry had that whole game. That's crazy. I ain't think that would ever happen, but we made it happen. And then J.K. Dobbins scored a TD in the third quarter to get us the lead. And then Tucker missed the field goal. That scared me. I was like, I didn't even hype up anything. I just watched. It was like a 52, 54 yarder. I usually hype up Tucker like, man, this Tucker got it. He the greatest kicker of all time. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident. I'm like, man, he got this easy picker. And the one time I ain't do it, he missed the field goal. I was like, what? And it was the first time he missed a field goal to full court. I was like, oh, fuck. We're fucked. Oh. But they cut the field goal to cut it in 4. I was like, all right, I feel a lot better now. And then we finished them off with the pick by Marcus Peters. Interception. I'm surprised Tannehill ain't looked at A.J. Brown because he beat Humphrey on the other side. I'm like, please don't look on the left side. He threw it to Khalif Raymond, picked the Peters, and we stopped on their logo. Now I seen from Ed Reed said that was disrespectful. And I'm like, I was on Reed's side, like, I agree with that. But then I remember when we played in week 11, it was all on our logo, you know, saying the shield, doing their little pregame shit, like little huddles and shit like that. I'm like, and Joe Harbaugh was like, whoa, what the fuck, dog? What the hell? And he come pissed off. I ain't never seen John that angry. He was telling coach, hey, man, tell your players get the fuck off our logo, man. Respect, man. Respect our field, man. Respect our field. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo. And I was like, yo, I see why. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we stop on the logo. We like tell them bye, you know. Dun, dun. And we got a little penalty for taunting. I was like, I knew that was going. I was like, we going crazy. But yeah, man. But don't play dirty with us, Tennessee. Don't get dirty with us. You may have an old Henry. You may have a nice little O-line there. But you ain't produced no Pro Bowls on that O-line, so we ain't going to mention that. But don't get dirty and physical with us. We're the definition of ground physical team. So if you want to be out physical us, you got to come a little harder. Like Pittsburgh would have, you know, before they turn to bitches. Anyway, 2013, we moving on. It's crazy. I picked Tannehill to throw more passing yards than Lamar. And Lamar threw more. 14 more to be exact. Lamar had 179, Tannehill at 165, and Lamar ain't throw a touchdown pass. Ain't that a bitch? And he won a playoff game. Shut all that shit down. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm out, they all on me. Mike Jones. Way to quote Mike Jones. Way to do that shit, man. Shout out to that shit. We shut that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And I got the pick wrong for which of these players recorded the most rushing yards in the first round. I picked Henry just out of Henry's greatness, and we shut that shit down, which thank the gods. And Nick Chubb got the most yards with a 79. I'm sorry. Well, he'll probably be there this week. But next week, yeah, he'll probably be there. Bears, now this is where the game started to get a little weird and off kilter and a little funny and bizarre. Saints and the Bears, 2-7. After 4 o'clock, it got a little weird because the game started to get kind of weird, kind of wacky. Well, this game was on Nickelodeon. Fucking people scoring TDs, slime coming out of the freaking spokes of the end zones, and SpongeBob catching footballs with his mouth. It was kind of just a weird game. It was kind of weird. I don't know why the Bears are there. Should have gave it to the Cardinals. Let Larry Legend get at least an opportunity at the ring. Just whatever. And the Saints won 21-9. Drew Brees threw 2 TDs. One to Michael Thomas, who was back, which was a big need because they kind of looked lost, even though they was doing fine. They looked like they needed Michael Thomas more than ever. So he scored one, and Drew had the creative one. Khalil Mack was about to come after his ass. Latavius cut blocked him at first, and then he played his receiver. Drew said, throw it out. Like, get it, Latavius. And then he ran in for the TD. So, yay. And then Alvin came in and sealed the deal with the 21 piece. And we had a what the fuck on Nickelodeon. That was funny. That was funny as shit. That was a highlight of the game. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Shout out to Cordell Patterson. Keep it real for the kids. Keep it too real for the kids. You know what I'm saying? But Jimmy Graham, catching the weekend. Yo, he had to catch the weekend because it was like the end money making Mitch, who won Nickelodeon MVP somehow over Drew or Alvin. Anyway. But he had to catch the weekend. It was at the end. He caught the TD pass and he just walked off because he knew damn well he don't mean this shit. But way to show out in your last game in New Orleans for now. So yeah, 21-9 victory for the Saints. They get to host another playoff game. Corvette. How the motherfucker just like, woo. The Cleveland fucking Browns. Without a head coach, without a couple of their players as well, roll into Pittsburgh and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Schittsburg Steelers, 48-37. It started ugly early. This gave me Seattle versus Denver Broncos vibes. Off rip. First play of the game. After the kick return. First play of the game. Bats a shotgun. Ready to get the call for the snap. Mike Pouncey, your Pro Bowl center, offensive lineman. Whoop! Over the top of the bed's head, goes to the end zone. They can't recover it, neither James or Ben. And the Cleveland falls on it and scores a touchdown in less than. I'm like, yes! All right! Second possession. They driving down the field. What does Ben do? Throw a pick. Two turnovers, less than 5 minutes. Well, wait a minute. I think a play or two after Cleveland gets the ball back. 40-yard TD to Jarvis Landry. 14-0 already. And we ain't cracked the single digits in the quarters yet. And then they get the ball back. Pittsburgh get the ball back. They do their shit. 3 and out. Kareem Hunt scores 2 TDs in that quarter. 28-0 in the first quarter. He fucked up. I'll give Pittsburgh this. They at least try to fight and come back, unlike the Broncos. Cleveland's not great enough to pitch shutouts yet. They're good, but they're not great enough to pitch shutouts. All right? You know what I'm saying? They were. I've been laughing my ass off even more.